everyone, and welcome back to Direwolf20. My name is Riella, and today we are going to continue working on the bees. I have successfully returned from my mission. Let me actually show you. We have gone on the hunt for bees, and we have been successful. We have found almost all of the naturally occurring regular bees. I don't know about the magic, I have to look those up. But we did find, of course, some magic, the sorcerer's princesses, which were found in the desert. I did come across the desert on the way back. Some forest princesses, I found some rock princesses in a cave, and then of course we have our tropical and wintry. I can't get this piece of willow out, and now it just made me a liar. I can, but for some reason I couldn't earlier. Oh, no, it doesn't go there. It goes here with all the wood stuff. Okay, and then in our other bag we have, again, more. I don't know what the spider is doing there, but we have the tropical, the forest, and we have the water. Which is fairly difficult to get, and some more of the magic, the unusual and the mystical. I think that might be all three of the magic bee, the starter bees, so to speak. I'm not 100% sure, but we will find out. I'm actually going to need these honeycombs. Let's get that spider eye out of there. We don't need you. And until I figure out what I'm going to do with this, we're going to actually just throw these there. I'm going to go ahead and make a bee chest, and we're going to make some machines, because in order to mess with the bees you actually have to have some of the machines first, because let's just show you. Close the door, don't let in the mosquitoes. Okay, so this is all the forestry over here, everything that's in the forestry mod pack. The bees are part of forestry. We need to make these here, the apiaries, and in order to make the apiaries you need the impregnated casings. In order to make these you need to have logs go through a carpenter with some seed oil. Seed oil, you need the squeezer, which is somewhere here. Squeezer, there we go, the squeezer. And then, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to make the squeezer, we're going to make the carpenter in preparation. We should have enough of that, enough of the materials, and then of course we need some sort of energy generation. I'm considering sticking with forestry for the bee stuff just because it's fun, and so either doing maybe some biogeneration, but I think I might go ahead and start with the peat-fired engine, just because, why not? We could always start with a clockwork engine. I've heard that it can kill you, but it may be fun to actually play around with it anyway. Despite the danger. Danger is our middle name. We are Riella Danger Cobb. Which actually kind of sounds kind of cool, because I'm a dork, and it does. Okay, so first things first. Let's go ahead. I made a couple of sturdy casings. This is just bronze, like a chest. We're also going to make a bee chest. Let's make a regular chest. Okay. So I take it back. We're going to start with the bee chest. Put a piece of glass in a regular chest and some combs, and ta-da, you have an apiarist chest. This chest can only hold bees. I don't know who's familiar with it. This mod's been around for a while, so I'm going to assume most of you are familiar with it, but I'm going to show you anyway. So the apiarist chest here, it can only hold bees, but it can hold 5 pages of bees, which is excellent, because the princesses do not stack. Even if they are the same type and everything about them is the same, they will not stack. The drones, however, will. Again, only if everything's all the same, but they will stack in 64. Was that? Did I just destroy that instead of break? Okay, pro tip. I did that to demonstrate. I totally meant to do that. That was on purpose. You must use an axe to pick those up. That was totally on purpose, not accidental at all. I meant to do that. That's why I have enough of the materials on me to make another one. It's not happenstance. Yeah, it's totally on purpose. Okay. I wanted to use the silky comb last, because the silky comb I feel is the most useful right off the bat, because you are almost, I believe you're actually guaranteed silky propolis. If you're not guaranteed it, it's a really high chance of getting silky propolis, and the silky propolis actually helps make you have a centrifuge, and you spin it in the centrifuge, the silky propolis, and you get the silk which you use to make the apiarist outfit. the apiarist gear so you don't get stung by the negative effects of various bees. And you also get a really good chance for making propolis. And propolis is necessary in Buildcraft to do the Buildcraft pipes. Let's go ahead and take a look. Actually, we're just gonna do this. This right here. This is fantastic, necessary, wonderful. Oh, there's an advanced version. I haven't played with the advanced version. But this right here is like the best thing ever because it separates the bees. So when you go to automate your beehives and have them automatically run, the apiarist pipe will make sure that you maintain bees in your system, which is fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and make I think this is a squeezer. Yeah. Just sturdy casing made of bronze, glass and tin makes a squeezer. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to make the carpenter. I couldn't think for a minute there, but I had it. Okay, so it's just bronze and another sturdy casing. We should have enough bronze. Each of these makes 4. We're going to need 6, so we actually only needed the 1. Just the 1. Okay, let's get this out. Put that there. Same recipe. Just one of the things I like about Forestry is actually all the recipes are pretty much the same, except for one thing will change, like this on the ingots on either side of these will change. Okay, let's go ahead and make a clockwork engine because that does look kind of like fun, even if it does end up killing us. So for copper gear, we need a stone gear, and for copper, which we have, good. Make a wooden gear to make a stone gear to make a copper gear, like so. And then we need to make a clock, which requires redstone, which we have down here. I did go hunting for redstone earlier, not that one. So we're good on the redstone. Actually, do we need more redstone? It would make sense. Yeah, we're gonna need some for the piston. So let's go back down. I should have just grabbed up. What am I stuck on? Oh, okay. This is not very well designed at the moment. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I did a little bit to the outside, but not much else. Do we have any iron? Iron's probably upstairs. Let's go back up. We do have iron, right? Yes. Okay, so we need iron and we need 4 pieces of gold. Go ahead and make our clock. Need some redstone. There's a clock. Clocks are always handy to have anyway. And then we need to make a piston. I finally memorized this recipe for a piston, except I don't have any planks. I never used to make pistons until I started playing with the mod packs, and now I make them all the time because so many of the recipes require them. Oops. And right there. Excellent. We're going to need more planks again. Why I didn't make just a bunch, I don't know. There we go. Not the water bucket. I misclick all the time. I haven't played much PvP. I would assume I kind of suck at it because I always tend to misclick. I do it like when I'm working on something too. I'll go to minimize and I'll accidentally close. Darn it. Luckily I've gotten in the habit of impulsively saving. Okay, clockwork engine. Now this engine, I believe you actually just like so, and then you right click it. Yeah, you right click it to get it wound. You don't want to hit the red because I think if it hits the red, that means it can kill you. It like breaks the spring or something. I think I read that. So we want to avoid that. And we also want to go ahead and get our peat going. In order to do a peat-fired engine, you have to actually generate peat. In order to generate peat, here's a peat block here, you need to make a, oh, what is it called? Let's actually look up forestry. I don't remember what it's called. Bog, I think? Forestry. You have to make you essentially have to make a bog farm, if I remember correctly. Bog earth, yes. So you make bog earth like so, with sand and dirt, and then you put that around water. They have to surround water. Well, you know what? Let's just make it and I'll show you. I keep talking about it. Let's just do it. I need sand. I have dirt on me because I am smart. Let's grab some sand. Okay. And I know this is not the most efficient way of doing things. I'm very well aware of that. This really is just for because I want to play with it. We'll upgrade everything and make it more efficient later on. But you know, I'm just enjoying exploring the mod packs. I don't know why I did 3. I can only do 1. I've only got 1 water bucket on me. You do get the water back, or the bucket back. There we go. Bog earth. Excellent. Okay, so now the next question is, let's actually sleep so I can do stuff outside without worrying about getting killed. Thank you. I started decorating the little bedroom upstairs, but I'm not quite finished. I'm not entirely happy with it. It looks very empty. We'll fix it up. Okay, we're going to become a bat because we are not going to do this in our location. We are actually going to... My plan for this area is I kind of thought it would be nice to do... Grab some water. Wow. Different areas with different areas, meaning all the villages I've come across have different purposes for each of the villages. So this particular village, the one that's near our home, which is over here, we're going to designate the bee village because, well, number one, there's a bee guy here, a guy who sells stuff. So we've got 2 free apiaries right there that we are definitely going to utilize. We're going to put the jungle bees in there and then block them off so hopefully they don't kill off all the villagers. But this is going to be our bee village. This is not a great area for generating a lot of bees because the bees are not motivated, but they are influenced by the environment. Let's actually get this melting. The environment affects them. So you have, like I have the jungle bees, come to think of it, I'm not going to be able to use them. I just said I was and I'm not going to be able to. Well, it depends. What biome is this? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because the Cherry Blossom Grove, and this one's taiga, so wintry bees can go in here. Any of the plains, like the meadows bees, can go in there because the different bees can only survive in different biomes unless you start messing with their genetics. So I said I was going to put the jungle bees in there, but I actually cannot because the jungle bees require humid weather. And I'm assuming the cherry grove is going to be similar to a plains biome, and the plains biome is not humid. It does not count as being a humid area, so that they won't take it. They won't like it. I can actually, might as well show you what their argument is. Of course, I didn't bring the bees with me because that would have been smart. So we're just going to ignore that for now. But yeah, so we're going to make, this will be like our little beekeeper in here, and we'll have some bees going back there, and then maybe make this, apparently I've locked that off. I really did lock that off. We'll make this maybe one of our bee selling, beeswax items, or we'll make these little shops, and we'll build this up a little bit, and this will be our nice little bee village. Does that pig have a hat I want? I got distracted by the shiny. Just a moment. That is a moo cow cap. I don't know if I have that or not. Just to be on the safe side, let's kill him. I did not have it. Excellent. Okay. Alright. I forget which ones I have in which series. But that moo cow cap thingy is one of my favorites. So I definitely want that. So we're going to pick a building to actually make our work area. Not this one, because this one's the Tinker's Construct. I might leave that one as is and put a smeltery here. Because some of the stuff, I want to use IC2 for my main product. What are you doing out here? You should be in your building. I don't want you wandering. I don't want you dying. Do we have 2 Tinker's Constructs? We sure do. That did not click with me earlier. Are these the only buildings we have? Is these 4? I guess so. Huh. I thought we had more. But I guess it's just the 4. Let's see what's in here. Do you have stuff? Okay, this will be our little workroom. Just for now. We're going to tear this. I'm going to tear up your stuff. I hope you don't mind. What are you? You are the Tinker's Construct. And what are you? You are another Tinker's Construct. Wow, you guys have some expensive tastes. You want... Again, and I think that's easy to make, but well, okay, that's not too bad. Maybe we'll trade with you later. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna destroy your bench here. I apologize. It's like a little restaurant or a diner or something. I'll build you a new one. I'll build you a better one. We'll keep that workbench here. Alrighty, so we are going to need mostly the squeezer. Get the squeezer going. Again, this is all temporary. I'll fix it up later, make it more useful, more functional. Okay, and the squeezer requires seeds, which of course I did not bring, so I will be right back with a better planned. Not very well planned, have I? Yeah, you guys. Okay, you're the explosive guy. You like landmines. I don't know if I want to give you landmines. I don't really know you. You might blow me up. Alright, I have collected my seeds and I went ahead and picked up some bees. I do not have a lot of seeds, so we're not actually going to be able to get this going. Oops. Let's actually turn back into me. My most beautiful self. Okay. So, I don't know if we can do barley seeds or not. I thought it might be worthwhile to try, but I know you can do wheat seeds. You don't get a lot of seed oil from these type of seeds, mostly because just, you know, they're very small, so you only get a very small amount of seed oil. Once you get into tree breeding, you can breed trees like walnut and other sort of like chestnut and various other ones and get seeds from those that generate a lot more seed oil. So we just put the seed oil in there and then we click, I believe, to get it going. Right click until it gets... Ooh, stop there. Take a step back. Does it work? Yes. Excellent. And it works very slowly. This is definitely the least efficient way of doing this. But it's easy and it's beginning stuff, so we're good. Okay. So... I'm going to go ahead and put down my carpenter, despite the fact that I'm not going to use it yet. I'm going to have it ready to go. Do we have any seed oil? Yeah, see, that's taken some of the seeds, and we're not even, you can't even see if you're getting any of the seed oil. If it's in there, it's infinitesimal. Give it a couple more clicks. Okay, let it go. We're going to do the bog earth, we're going to do the apier's chests, and then we will call it an episode. And I believe, I guess I should have stayed at bat. Oh, wrong button. Wrong lever. Okay. Go ahead and turn back into a bat because I just made a little hole. I don't want these guys to escape. I need to move them, but until I get a chance to move them, hopefully that thing doesn't blow up and destroy them. That would be sad. Alright, we need to have... Oh, you have the Dalek cat. I have the Dalek cat. You are safe. I need to keep away from the taiga because I don't want my water freezing. So you simply lay out your bog earth like so. Kind of in a little square pattern here with the empty middle. Oh, this clover is apparently being recognized as a block. Get that back like so. And then like so, and then you place water right in the center. The bog earth has to be surrounding a block of water in order for it to work. Otherwise, it just will not. And it'll actually, what it essentially does is, I guess, absorb the water. I'm not actually familiar with what bog and peat and all that stuff does. But it will, the water will stay. It won't absorb it, like, you know, destroy the water source. It just takes it in, and it makes this change a darker color. When it changes to be a darker color, you can break it and get peat, and then you burn the peat in a peat engine, which I'm going to have to go caving for more copper. And oops, you know, actually I don't know if you can stack them like this. I've always laid it out like that, but I wonder if you can actually stack it. Let's try that. It'll be difficult to get this stuff, but so this just takes time. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, there we go. Oh, stupid clover. Let me get that. Okay. Break all this. Break all this. Yeah, you just need to let it sit, and you don't have to do anything with it once you get it all set up. Oh, I don't have enough to try another layer. Well, you know, we could do it like this. You don't need to have all 6 sides. Or all 6 pieces. Is that 6 pieces? 8. It's 8 pieces. What am I saying? Yeah, 8. Okay, you don't need all 8. You only need 4. Just enough to keep the water from running away. You can actually use less if you want to use different blocks, but you get, I think, 1 or 2 pieces of peat per block once it turns. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a long time since I used the peat-fired engine, but when you burn it in the peat-fired engine, you do get ash, and ash can be useful for making fertilizer. So one thing that's neat about this forestry mod is so many of these things can be interconnected and be useful. There's very few things in the mod pack that seem to have, you know, a little purpose or a singular purpose. There, so this is our little bog patch. We just let this hang out and do its thing. Oh, that was a sheep. I was going, what is that? It was a sheep. That would make sense. Okay, and then over here, we're gonna go ahead and place our bees. Let me refill my water bucket because I was like having a full water bucket. There we go. And then here, I don't think I took these bees out. I did not. So we've already got some bees in here. This one obviously ate the princess. I think it was because there are two different honeycombs here. The apiarist that you find in the villages, most of the time the bees have been crossbred. You don't find pure for the most part, it seems. See, here's the common. That's the first stage of crossbreeding. The first type you will ever get is a common bee. And that's just by crossbreeding two very common types, hence the name, of bees. So you cross any of the normal... Again, I don't know. I'm not speaking about the magic bees. I haven't done a lot. You cross any of the normal breeds, like a tropical and a meadow, you'll get a common eventually. Across a water and a tropical, and eventually you'll get a common, and so forth. Trouble with that, of course, is you will change the princess as well. So I only have one water princess. So if I cross her with anybody else, I will lose that water princess. And I will have to go find another if I want a pure water princess. So we're going to keep her just the way she is. Different bees require different flowers and or plants nearby. Let me show you. The water bee will not work here, and she will tell you why if we get rid of this stuff. There we go. So you can actually see. Get rid of that. The NEI. Okay. She will think about it, and then she will tell you, nope, not working, and she'll give you a reason why. It just takes a little while. This tells you what the climate is surrounding the apiary. So you have a normal temperature, normal humidity. And then over here, you have cold and normal. And see, this is telling you right here, it's a hostile environment. So this bee is not going to work in this environment because of the biome. This bee, because she's a marshy queen, which actually we don't have, so hopefully she's a pure marshy queen, despite the fact that there's a common here, which makes me think she's not. Because there's a frozen comb, I'm thinking she's actually crossed with a marshy and a wintry, which I'm hoping is not the case, because I'm hoping I can keep her. You can actually, if you continue crossing the strong traits, you can actually go back to some extent. I can breed that icy or that wintry out of her if necessary, which I'm going to try to do. Let me see if this gives me. Yeah, hostile. No flowers. Hive members are not finding the right flowers, so the different bees do require different plants or flowers or something else nearby. In this case, I know from experience, the water queen requires a lily pad, which I do not have, so she is not going to work. You did see, though, that she mated with the drone, and the drone disappeared. I guess he died. She ate him. I don't know what happened. He just disappears, and you're left with the queen instead of the princess. So I don't need to mate her with another water. She is going to, which is good because I don't have another water drone, but she will work as soon as I get her all the requirements she needs to be happy. She will go to work and produce bibis and combs. So for this normal, I know the meadows works. So we're going to throw in, close that. I'm going to throw in the meadows, and she should be just fine. And these were too pure. These are the ones I found in the bag. And eventually I'll be able to get a machine that will tell me what they do. See, and you see the little particles of the little bees? That means they are working, they're happy, they're doing their thing, which is excellent. And over time, this will start dropping. There you go. As this drops, she will eventually die when this gets to the bottom, and that's when you'll have another princess and a certain number of drones, depending on the type and how fertile they are. You will get various drones and some honeycombs. These treated frames or various frames in here will actually increase the amount of honeycombs you get. We'll make those later on. I'm not too concerned with those at the moment. They too will get used up. And then over here, because it is normal and cold, not many bees can tolerate the cold, but I do know the wintry, which makes sense because of the name. They too require flowers, not really an issue because there are flowers nearby. And as the bees do their work, they will actually generate different flowers and more flowers around. There are some flowers, I don't know how it works with biomes of plenty. There we go with the little particles, the the little blue bees. They only work during the day too, unless they're specifically nocturnal bees. The only bee that I know of to start with right from the bat that works at night is the rocky bees, because they are actually found underground. So they can work underground and they can work at night. But they only produce one offspring, which you need to change later on. But these bees will produce flowers specific to bees only. So you have to have bees to get certain specific flowers. Yes, that's right. He nodded. He agrees. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay. And just for safekeeping, we're going to go ahead and enter this. And I'm going to make myself a little bit larger. Thank you. And I'm going to put my bee box right there. And we're going to fill it with my bees. Okay, and I'm actually going to keep these separate. So these are the bees that potentially have been crossbred and could contaminate my pure stock, so to speak. I sound so snobbish when I say that, but it is true. It is true. They will contaminate my stock. So we are going to... yeah, we're just gonna throw them all in there now. And I'm just gonna make sure the two common separate. Okay, so I know after the common are all my pure, before the common are the impure. And once I start crossbreeding, it takes a little bit of work to... What is with that one slot in this bag? Not recognizing... Gimme! Okay, fine. Fine. I have more where you came from. Okay. And once we start crossbreeding, it does become a little bit of a chore trying to keep all of them straight. And now you're stuck. These bags are a little bit buggy. Okay, fine. Whatever. What? Do I have to? Oh, I have to go to a new page. It just doesn't automatically dump. I don't remember that. Okay, so we're definitely going to want a breed analyzer, or a bee analyzer. I think they're beealyzer. Beealyzer is what they're called. We're definitely going to want one of those. Still not recognizing. That will come later, though. At the moment, we just need seed oil so you can make apiaries and then start breeding these suckers, and we'll start going up the little tree. I might show a little bit of it, because I find it interesting, but I'm probably not going to show a ton, because that would be sad. And then here we have... Let me see, I believe... This is an escritor, which helps with bee research. Temp number 16. And I don't remember how it works. I'm gonna have to look this up. I thought that went there. Maybe not. I thought it did something with the honeycombs. Maybe not. Alright, I'll look this one up off camera because I don't remember. But yeah, well, I think we're done with the episode. I think it's been long enough. I've gone into the bees enough for one day, I believe. Believe me, I could probably tuck your ear off. Apparently you need to pick. Let me turn that around because that bugs me. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So thanks everyone for watching. My name is... It gets me every time. Let's actually change that because that's terrible. Why is it not? There we go. Let's put our mushroom hat on because that was hard one. Okay. Yes. All right. So maybe I can do this without breaking out into laughter. Okay. Thanks everyone for watching. My name is Riella, and I will talk to you later. Bye.